Welcome, everyone. We're thrilled to have you join us for this webinar on how play therapy can support your child's growth. Whether you're exploring play therapy for the first time or seeking ways to enhance your child's emotional well-being, you're in the right place. My name's Kristen Kreutzberg, and I'm a clinical mental health counselor specializing in working with children. I hold a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling from Rider University, and am currently pursuing my registered play therapist certification. My experience spans across various settings, including supporting adults with autism through ABA interventions, providing counseling for young adults in college environments, and working as a play therapist for children as young as 2 years old to 12 years old. Beyond my professional life, I find joy in creative pursuits like music, art, exploring nature, and cooking, which inspire my therapeutic approach too. You can learn more about me by visiting our website at www.mytherapyconnection.com. So, who is this webinar for today? This session is designed for parents and caregivers of children aged 2 to 10 who are observing behavioral, emotional, or developmental challenges in their children, seeking effective strategies to support their children's emotional regulation and social skills, and interested in understanding how play therapy can facilitate their child's growth and well being. As for who could benefit from play therapy, the answer to that is everyone. Every child benefits from play. It's their natural language, a therapeutic avenue, and a vital pathway to growth, connection, and emotional resilience. Today, we'll cover the following topics. We'll talk about how play therapy works and discover how play therapy enables children to express emotions, develop coping skills, and enhance emotional regulation within a safe and supportive environment. We'll also talk about how parents can support play at home. We'll talk about how parents can learn practical play-based strategies to nurture your child's emotional growth and regulation at home. And then we'll end with a Q&A session and talk about some additional services that My Therapy Connection has to offer. So let's begin with the power of play. Before we explore how play therapy works, I want us to take a moment to reconnect with the power of play from our own childhood experiences. Understanding how play has impacted us can help us better appreciate its role in our children's emotional growth. So, I want you guys to think back to one of your earliest play memories. I want you to choose one of the following ways to express this memory. Whether you decide to draw it out on a piece of paper, whether it's a sketch or a doodle of a moment from your childhood playtime, it could be simple stick figures, symbols, or even just colors to represent how you felt. Another way you can express this is by describing it with objects. If you have anything nearby, pens, keys, a cup, arrange them in a way that represents the play in your memory. I'm going to ask you to pause this video now and rejoin us once you've finished reflecting on your own play experiences. Now that we've explored our own experiences with play, let's dive into how play therapy uses this natural process to support children's emotional development. Many of you may be familiar with the term therapy and already have an idea of what that looks like in your head. Traditional talk therapy relies on verbal communication, reflection, and discussion to process through thoughts and emotions. While this is effective for older children, teens, adults, younger children may struggle to fully express themselves through words alone. Unlike talk therapy, which relies on verbal communication, play therapy provides children with a medium they naturally understand. And through play, they're able to communicate their thoughts and feelings. Play therapy meets children where they are developmentally. As it's their natural form of communication, play allows children to explore emotions, express themselves, and work through challenges in a way that feels safe and engaging. Think of it this way. If an adult is experiencing stress, they may vent to a friend or journal their feelings. A child who may not yet have the words to explain what's wrong will act it out in play. The way I like to explain play therapy to parents and adults is by saying play is the language and toys are the words. Child who's feeling anxious about school may not say, I'm nervous about going to school. But instead, during play therapy, they might take a stuffed animal and pretend it's scared to go somewhere new, mirroring their own experience. Some of you may be wondering if kids just need play to heal, then why don't they just do it at home? And the answer to that is they absolutely should. But unlike traditional playtime at home, play therapy is a structured environment that is guided by a trained professional. Play therapist is not just a passive observer, but an active participant in helping children process emotions and experiences. Through carefully chosen toys, activities, and interactions, the therapist observes patterns, themes, and emotions that emerge in the child's play and uses these insights to support emotional growth. As a play therapist, I help children by providing a safe and accepting space where children can express themselves freely, observe and interpret play themes to understand underlying emotions and experiences, introduce play therapy techniques to help children work through challenges like role playing, storytelling, art, and movement. I help children develop coping skills to manage big emotions and improve emotional regulation. And I support caregivers by providing insights and strategies to encourage emotional growth at home. So, common presenting issues amongst children that play therapy can be a powerful tool for include emotion regulation and managing big feelings, navigating anxiety, stress, and trauma processing, social skills and peer relationships, processing grief, transition, or other family changes, and building self esteem and confidence. In some sessions, the child takes the lead, choosing how to play while the therapist observes and engages in a way that supports emotional expression. Other sessions may involve therapists guiding activities to address specific emotional or behavioral needs. Each item in the room is chosen to encourage emotional expression, creativity, and processing of difficult experiences. We'll discuss this more on the next slide. Some common play therapy techniques that are seen to be effective include sand tray, dollhouse and puppets, art and creative expression, and sensory play. Children use miniature figures in a sandbox to create stories that reveal emotions and experiences. Dollhouses and puppets help children act out social situations or past experiences in ways that feel safe. Drawing, painting, and sculpting can help children externalize emotions that they may struggle to put into words. And sensory play, with activities like kinetic sand, water play, or fidget toys, help children self-regulate and process emotions. There are numerous benefits that come from engaging in play therapy, and I've listed just a few below. Whether it's improved emotional regulation and expression or increased sense of control, self-confidence, or resilience, the impact is truly limitless as each child experiences growth in their own way. So now let's take a look inside the playroom. Play therapy sessions typically take place in a carefully designed playroom that various therapeutic toys, games, and materials like dolls, puppets, sand trays, and art supplies are all in. Children need a sense of safety and trust to fully engage in play therapy. Therapeutic space is designed to be a judgment-free, accepting environment where they can express their emotions freely. The playroom is stocked with a variety of toys and materials that serve as tools for self-expression, such as the ones I listed before. This is a space that's not about right or wrong ways to play. It's about exploration, processing, and healing at the child's own pace. So now I want to talk about parenting and supporting play therapy at home. Now that we've explored the benefits of play therapy, let's talk about one of the most important aspects of a child's emotional development, which is regulation. Emotional regulation is a child's ability to understand, express, and manage their feelings, and play plays a vital role in helping them develop these skills. As we know, play helps children process big emotions, build coping skills, and develop self-regulation in safe and natural ways. Through co-regulation, caregivers can support emotional growth by modeling calm and being responsive in their interactions during the play. For parents to practice play at home, it's important for them to create opportunities for open-ended play to foster emotional expression and self-regulation, as well as use co-regulation through play to help your child manage their emotions and build resilience. Play provides a safe and natural outlet for children to work through big feelings like frustration, sadness, excitement, or fear. Instead of trying to explain their emotions with words, children use play to express and process what they're experiencing internally. An example of this is a child who had a tough day at school might reenact a similar scenario with dolls or stuffed animals using play to make sense of their emotions. The role of pretend play also helps in managing fear and anxiety. Pretend play allows children to act out challenging or scary situations in a way that feels safe and controlled. By taking on different roles or reenacting scenarios, they can explore emotions and practice problem solving. An example of this could be a child who's afraid of the doctor might pretend to be a doctor during play, giving checkups to their toys to feel more in control of their experience. Lastly is sensory play and movement and its effect on calming the nervous system. So certain types of play help children self-soothe by engaging their senses and regulating their nervous system. Activities like sensory play with kinetic sounds, water, or engaging in physical movement like swinging or jumping can help calm overwhelmed emotions. An example of this would be when a child's feeling dysregulated, simple activities like squeezing Play-Doh, using a weighted blanket, or engaging in deep breathing bubble play can provide a comfort and restored balance. So now let's talk about what co-regulation looks like for different ages. For toddlers between the ages of 1 and 3 years old, children are just beginning to understand emotions. They rely heavily on caregivers for co regulation, meaning they need us to help them calm down and feel safe when they're upset. An example of this would be a toddler having a meltdown may need a caregiver to hold them, rock them, or use a calm voice to help them regulate. For preschoolers between the ages of 3 and 5, they start developing early self regulation skills, but still need a lot of support. They might use play to express frustration or cope with transitions. An example of this would look like a preschooler who's upset about leaving the park may benefit from a transition game, like pretending to be a slow moving turtle on the way to the car. As we get to some of our older kiddos between the ages of 6 and 10 or in those elementary years, these children have more tools to regulate emotions, but still may struggle under stress. Structured play, creative outlets, and movement based activities help them manage emotions more independently. An example of this could be an 8-year-old who will journal, draw, or listen to music when they're upset, but still may need guidance from a caregiver. While all children develop at their own pace, some signs may indicate that a child may need additional support with emotional regulation. Some of these signs can include frequent meltdowns or difficulty calming down, even with help, avoiding or struggling with social play due to emotional overwhelm, using aggression, excessive withdrawals, or repetitive self soothing behaviors as their main coping method, difficulty transitioning between activities or managing unexpected changes. And if you're noticing these signs, incorporating more play based co regulation strategies at home and seeking additional support through play therapy can be incredibly helpful. Now that we've talked about how play supports emotional regulation, let's dive into practical ways you can foster this growth at home. Play is a child's natural way of expressing emotions, processing experiences, and making sense of the world. As parents, you can create opportunities for play that allows your child to explore their feelings in a safe way. First, use play to encourage emotional expression. Follow their lead. Let your child choose activities and themes in their play without directing or correcting. This helps them feel in control and comfortable expressing emotions. Use symbolic play. Many children act out emotions through dolls, puppets, or action figures. If your child is using play to work through an experience, like pretending their stuffed animal is sad, you can gently ask, what do you think would help them feel better? And then also incorporate art and sensory play. Activities like drawing, painting, and working with Play-Doh allow kids to externalize feelings they may not be able to verbalize. Next, set up a yes space for open-ended play. A yes space is a designated area where children have the freedom to explore, create, and express themselves without rigid rules or fear of getting in trouble. First, keep it simple. This doesn't require an elaborate playroom. A corner of a room with open-ended toys like blocks, art supplies, dress-up clothes, that's enough. Offer a variety of materials, though. Choose toys that encourage creativity rather than specific outcomes. Some of those toys could be dolls, puppets, building blocks, or sensory bins. And then limit distractions too. Reduce screen time during play and give children unstructured time to immerse themselves in imaginative play. Having a space where your child can freely engage in play helps them practice self regulation, problem solving, and emotional expression in a natural way. Next, using co regulation in play to help your child manage emotions. So, as we talked about, co regulation is the process of guiding your child through big emotions by modeling calmness, empathy, and problem solving strategies yourself. Play is a great way to do this. So, ways that you can co regulate through play is by engaging movement in play. Play games that involve physical movement like dancing or tossing a ball back and forth or keeping uppy with a balloon. This can help release built up energy and stress. Practice emotion coaching through play. If your child is acting out frustration or sadness in their play, flick their emotions back to them. Your teddy bear looks really mad right now. What happened? Also, try using deep breathing games. Turn regulation techniques into play, like pretend to blow out birthday candles, like if you've heard, smell the flower, blow out the candle. Another great one is blowing bubbles and then practicing bubble breaths where you inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Playing alongside your child, you're not only strengthening your bond, but also modeling self-regulation skills that they can use on your own. They can use on their own. And children are like sponges. They really do learn from us. The last thing is when to consider play therapy for your child. While play is a powerful tool, some children may need additional support in processing their emotions and experiences. Remember, your behaviors model what your kids are learning, and one of the biggest lessons that we want to teach our kids is that it's okay to ask for help when we need it. So, some signs that play therapy might be beneficial include ongoing emotional outbursts or meltdowns that don't improve with co regulation, difficulty expressing emotions even through play, withdrawal from peers or play, preferring isolation, play that consistently revolves around themes of distress, fear, or trauma, and struggles with transitions, school, or social interactions that impact daily life. It's important to recognize the difference between normal childhood struggles and signs that extra support is needed. Again, play therapy offers that support by providing a structured therapeutic environment that's not at home or not at mom's house or not at dad's house, but rather a neutral space where they can work their emotions in ways that feel natural to them. So now it's time to talk a little bit more about the services that My Therapy Connection has to offer both kids and adults to support with children at home, as well as then leaving time at the end for a Q&A and any questions you might have. My Therapy in Action offers many different services for many different people with many different therapists. And at My Therapy Connection, we have many therapists who work with children, these three specifically. Kaylin Dixon's our intern who works with children, teens, and young adults and specializes in TFCBT, which means trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy. Haley's an LAC, meaning that she's a licensed associate counselor, and she specializes in working with kids, teens, teen moms, and young adults and works with autism, anxiety, play therapy, and TFCBT as well. Rachel, on the other hand, is our certified art therapist, and she works with children 10 and under, as well as individual adults or couples on communication. She specializes in art therapy, trauma, OCD, autism, EMDR, and the Gottman theory. Now, please enjoy this video from My Therapy Connection as it talks about our mission, values, as well as the different services offered to different individuals.
Welcome to My Therapy Connection, where we offer specialized care for individuals, couples, kids, and families. We understand that finding the right therapist can feel overwhelming, and it's important for you to find the right fit. That is why education is one of our core values. That means that every therapist at our practice is carefully trained to ensure you receive the highest level of care. We invite you to reach out with any questions you might have. Follow us on social media to get to know our team and get to know our unique approaches. Remember, wellness starts within, and we are here to support you on your journey every step of the way.
While today's focus has been on play therapy, I also want to take a moment to highlight some of the other services we offer at My Therapy Connection, because we believe in supporting the entire family's well-being. As we've discussed, play therapy is a powerful tool for helping children navigate emotions, develop problem-solving skills, and build emotional resilience. If you feel your child could benefit from structured therapeutic play, we're here to help. Parenting in everyday life can put stress on relationships. Our couples counseling services provide a space to strengthen communication, resolve conflict, and deepen emotional connections. Parenting can be overwhelming, and having a community of support makes a difference. Our mom support group is a space to connect with other moms, share experiences, and receive guidance in a supportive manner. For those looking to focus on personal growth, mindset shifts, and achieving goals, Individual therapy provides personalized support for adults and teens working through anxiety, stress, life transition, and emotional challenges. At My Therapy Connection, we're dedicated to supporting not just children, but individuals and families in every stage of life. If any of these services resonate with you, we'd love to connect and discuss how we can support you. Now that we've covered ways to support at home and in your own lives, I'd like to open the floor for any questions you may have about play therapy, emotional regulation, or supporting your child's development. If you have any questions you would like answered, please feel free to call us at My Therapy Connection using the number provided, which is 800-845-0336. Or you can feel free to email us at info@mytherapyconnection.com, and we'll get back to you with answers on any of those questions or help you get set up with services today. Play is more than just fun. It's a powerful tool for emotional growth, self-expression, and connection. By understanding the role of play in your child's development, you can better support their emotional regulation and well-being. Thank you for joining me in this conversation about play therapy and how it can make a lasting impact. I hope you leave today feeling empowered with new insights and strategies to support your child through play. If you have any further questions or are interested in learning more about our services at My Therapy Connection, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you again, and I look forward to staying connected.